Hi folks, here's a knife that's on loan. It's gone around the pass around group, and it belongs to a YouTube channel called Nice Slices, so you can look him up. But he passed it around our pass around group, so it's been to UK Legal Knives, Paddy's, Potato Peelers, and then it's got to me. Comes in this nice little pouch, and in the pouch we have a Leading Edge Knife Works sticker, Leading Edge Knife Works Velcro patch, and a little card that tells us Leading Edge Knife Works, blade shaped drop point, blade steel ATCR in V2 it is, yeah. Now I don't really know what that is, but I'm sure somebody will. And the handle material OD Green G10, date of birth 29th of July 19, and then it's signed by the maker. Now, nice little pouch. In the pouch is a nice little knife. Now, my initial thoughts when looking at this knife was that obviously it's a friction folder. That tang, I don't know, it just looks to me like it's just been sawn off with a hacksaw. A little bit more thought going into the shape and design of that would probably be a good thing. That being said, I'm a bit clumsy, obviously. Well, if you've been watching my channel, you'll know I'm not good at opening these things. If you were half able, you'd have opened that with no problem at all. There's no difficulty to it, it's purely me. But anyway, once it's open, on the one side we have this ATC of V2, the steel. On the other side we have, whoops, throw it across the table, lucky it's a nice soft table. We have Leading Edge Knife Works logo on the blade, which is I think it's etched in. It could be stamped, but I think it's etched. Positioning looks slightly odd to me. I don't know. It's very near the top edge. The blade shape, though, I quite like. It's not exactly. What's the other mark I forgot to show you? Leading Edge Knife Works is on the spine there as well. Now, I quite like the blade shape. It's a fairly reasonable, straightforward drop point with a nice dark stonewash on it, which I don't normally go for, but I think this one's quite nice actually. I think it's quite attractive. As previously stated, we've got OD Green G10 scales. It's obviously quite an open design. You can see through there. It has a back spacer, which I think is Brown Micarta by the looks of things. Overall, it's quite a nice little knife. I think it's. I'm not wild. I'm not wild about the handle shape. It doesn't feel desperately ergonomic to me. That's probably just my hands. My hands are quite large. This just feels a bit small in the hand. I mean, I've been looking at another friction folder at the moment, which is the Tops Knives tac-raze, which is here. And first of all, they've gone to some bother to make the tangs rather more attractive. There'll be a proper video on this. But the other thing is that they're both UK legal knives, and the cutting edge is not that dissimilar, but this has got a whopping great handle, which means that in the hand, you feel like you can either hold it down here like this, or there's this finger trial and you put it up there. Whichever way you do it, you've got a full handful of handle, which I quite like. I tend to feel with this, doesn't feel quite right. I think that curve in the tail doesn't help it. It just seems to be lost in my hand a bit. Now, you'd think that odd because I've been using some quite small knives of late. The little Panchenko copy is, it's tiny by comparison, but actually there's something about the shape of this knife that just makes it really work in my hand, even though it's really small. This one doesn't so much. Now, it's quite pretty. It's well made. That finishing on it is nice. Even my wife liked the blade. She thought it looked quite good. It's also very utilitarian. I mean, that sort of shape is the sort of shape that will cut things. It's not a thin stock. It's a decent stock, but it's fully flat ground, so it comes down quite relatively narrow behind the edge. So it'll cut things. With having that belly on it, when you go to cut things, you've got plenty of different ways in which the blade will work. You've got a point if you want to stab into things, but it's not a big knife. It's not a threatening weapon. Just showing what I've got handy that I can use as a comparator that people would understand. I have a Benchmade 940 here, which people will know what that looks like. And you can see comparatively the leading edge is much smaller knife than that. Nothing else handy actually. I'm making this video a bit on the fly really because it's a manly wasp. Here we are. Actually, is in some ways a moderately good comparator. A number of reasons. One, it's also in OD green. G10. It's also a sort of drop point. But in terms of size, you can see that the leading edge is somewhat smaller. It's also slimmer. If you see them up against each other like that, you can see there's an awful lot less of that handle to get a hold of. In terms of blade differential, not so much. It's actually possibly slightly wider than the wasp blade, a little bit more drop pointy, but very slightly shorter, but not so much as you'd notice. But the handle difference is really where it's at. So anyway, I will be sending this one back off to Nice's Knives. It's a very nicely made knife. Very pleased to have seen it, but I don't think I'll be rushing out to order one, especially as it's I think at least twice the price of a wasp, and it's even more expensive than the ridiculously overpriced tac-raze. So I probably won't be rushing out to get one, but I'm very pleased to see it. Thank you very much to Nice Laces for sending it along. Thank you very much for Leading Edge Knife Works making it. And if you like this, please tick the like box. If you want to subscribe, please tick the subscribe. By the time you see this, we'll probably be already over the 500 subscribers mark. When I'm making this, I'm at 495, and there's a couple of videos that will come out between now and then. But if you would like to subscribe, if you would like to take part in the 500 giveaway, if I haven't done it yet, then please subscribe. You'll get notification. I won't be doing it till after Christmas. It may be after Christmas. either have a great Christmas, or if this is a bit tardy in coming out, then I hope you had a great Christmas. I'll try and get out for Christmas, and I'll try and get the 500 giveaway done either immediately after Christmas or extremely early in the new year. I've got a few things put aside, and hopefully whoever wins it will be very happy. So thank you very much for watching. See you all soon. Bye.